So, I have some news.
You're pregnant.
Oh, no, that would be sad. So, as you know, our first talking point on our first episode of Moms of Paintball was the youth age cutoff controversy. And I emailed Tom Cole the night before our podcast episode went live and kind of gave him my feedback and my thoughts. And I gave him a direct link to our podcast, hoping that he would watch it and just kind of listen to our conversation and that other people would also watch it and give him some feedback. And as y'all know, Tom emailed me a couple days later and said, "Love the insight. Give me a call when you get a chance." And I was like, "Oh gosh, we're getting in trouble. We should have." I was like, what have we done? I'm sorry, Tom. So I called and I was so happy that I just got his voicemail so I could put it off a little bit longer. But he called me back today and we had a great conversation. Super nice guy. I had no reason to be concerned about him being upset or angry. And the big news is the youth age rule is changing. So if you are,
And what are the details?
so if you are, the way I believe it's going to work, we talked a little bit and then he called back and asked a couple more questions. So I don't have anything like in writing at the moment. But I believe the way it's going to work, if you are 15 on January 1st, you are allowed to play the entire season, regardless of when your birthday falls within that calendar year. So, yeah, so Tom listened to our feedback. He really was receptive to that. And he was like, "Yeah, this doesn't make sense. You're right. Let's change it. We're going to change it today."
Amazing.
So then my second question was, "Okay, Tom, this is wonderful. We're super excited. Thank you for listening and responding.
Absolutely.
But when, oh, Tom is calling me right now. We're just gonna
Perfect timing.
hold on. Hold on.
Yeah.
Hello. I'm good. How are you, Tom?
Good. We're on with our new plan. It would be that you have to be 15. If you were 15 on January 1st of this year, you are allowed to play the whole season no matter what happens.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Tom. We are super duper excited about this.
No worries. Well, thank you very much.
All right. Well, you have a good rest of your evening. I do really appreciate your time and getting back to us.
No worries. Thank you very much.
Bye-bye. All right. So there you go. It is.
Was that set up?
No, that was not set up at all. When I spoke,
Wow, this was staged so well.
I know, who knew? When I spoke to him this afternoon, let me finish my story first. The second thing I asked him is, when does this go into effect? And he said it will be in effect for this season. So anybody that had a kiddo who would be aging out at any point and not able to play Cup, guess what? You're in. You get to finish the season.
Big question. How does this apply to Tampa NXL? So let's say somebody turned 16 today.
They're eligible.
Play NXL at Tampa.
They are eligible. Yes.
Awesome. Okay. Just want to ask. I don't want to assume.
Yeah. So the last time I spoke with them, I said, can I share this with the other moms? Because I know they're going to be super excited. And he wanted me to just wait a couple hours to make sure that everything was done on his end, which is why I just sent y'all a cryptic message that said, "Hey, can I call you later tonight?"
We had so many assumptions that were not right.
I mean, I'm kind of disappointed I didn't win the lottery. I really liked that assumption. So Tom was going to text me back a few hours later just to be like, "Hey, yes, everything's good." And I hadn't heard from him, so I just kind of texted him back and was like, "Hey, I'm going to talk with the moms pretty soon. Am I good?" So I guess he just called instead. So that was perfect timing.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Awesome. And has he said, I mean, I know it's like maybe it's too premature, but has he said how it's going to be communicated or?
So that was the other thing. He said that we get to announce it. here's our announcement.
We've got a topic.
Yeah. So we have, he was totally on board. He said he liked our podcast. He loves the idea. He did say this will probably cause headaches for him later down the road. And I said, it's not our intention, but I get it. I know how parents are. So if it does, we kind of apologize in advance. But yeah, he was very receptive, very nice guy. And I did have to give him, I had to give him a little bit of grief. I told him we're sad we can't call our kids amateur bees next year. So yeah.
I'm sure he appreciated that, maybe not.
Yeah, he laughed. So I don't know.
Overwhelmed. I'm not gonna lie. I feel very like we accomplished something big, guys, and it's like,
oh my God, right out of the gate. Yeah.
But it's like about the future of paintball and other kids. I'm just like, I'm literally in tears. I'm like really happy.
This is so awesome, you guys.
Worth it. And
wow.
Like, our kids giving us a hard time, worth it. I don't know. I'm just
I agree.
And the thing is, you guys, this probably, I would assume this probably impacts some kids like right now, like maybe kids that weren't thinking that they could play at Tampa. I mean, I know there's not a lot of youth teams going, but it's not just Cub. It's like, this is going to help some kids shift gears and go, oh my God, I can't play youth.
Well, and that's kind of what we had said. Like, we didn't expect such immediate feedback. Like, we kind of thought, okay, well, this isn't going to do anything for our kids, but we do have a voice and maybe it'll help someone else's kids. So, yeah, I'm shocked that.
But it also helps other leagues because a lot of other leagues go by the NXL rules.
Right.
Oh, I never thought about that. That's a really good point. Yeah.
So now for other leagues, they can hopefully kind of fall in line with it.
Amazing. Wow.
I'm proud of y'all, ladies.
We're proud of you too. Oh my God, this is holy doodlefish.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. We'll talk to y'all later.
Bye.
Bye. So once again, we want to give a big shout out and a big thank you to Tom Cole for listening to our feedback, taking us seriously, not just writing us off because we're a bunch of moms and what do we know about paintball? We really appreciate the fact that you are receptive to what we have to say. We also want to give a huge shout out to Ryan Gray, who encouraged us to contact Tom Cole in the first place. So Tom, if we start annoying you, it's on Ryan. It's not our fault, right? He told us to do it, okay? But once again, thank you so much. We're really excited for these players that are impacted by this rule change, and we think this is really going to help just set youth paintball up in the same manner that other youth organized sports operate, and we think it's going to be a great thing for the youth division. So thank you.